Hey guys, so embargo has finally broken on Umbrella Academy Season 2. I watched this over a month ago and it is killing me that I haven't been able to talk to you about it. Now this is going to be very spoiler free. Don't worry, I will have a spoiler filled review coming up for you after it drops on Netflix, which is going to be July 31st. But for now, let's get into my non-spoiler, vague opinions on Umbrella Academy Season 2. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, guys. So Umbrella Academy, the first season was probably one of my favorite television shows of all time. My husband and I binged it so fast, and it inspired me to pick up the comic books. And while I've said before, I love both. If you've been to some of my live chats, you'll know I love the comics and I love the show. They're different yet similar. I mean, the characters are basically the same, of course, but there's a lot of liberties that the show takes, which I feel like I like the show more, but I appreciate the comic book for what it is, which is the source material, and the same writer from the comic has helped with the show as well. So it's good. It's all true to what was meant to be. Let's put it that way. So season 2, you guys, season 2 starts off with, if you remember the end of the other one, Vanya was basically like, they had to stop her, but she still like started the apocalypse. She blew up the moon, it was crazy. It was crazy. If you haven't watched it already, why are you watching this review? Go watch it now. You have plenty of time to binge it. Plenty of time. It's only 10 episodes and the new season doesn't drop until Friday. So you're good. You got time. Go ahead and binge this, you guys. I'm serious. It's so good. I've watched the first season so many times, and now I've watched the second season 3 times. It's very, very good. So it starts off with our favorite misfit superheroes. The family, the Hargreaves family, is being spread out through history, sort of. So they're all landing in Dallas because if you remember, 5 jumped them at the very end, and that was it. We didn't know where they were going to be going. So over the course of a couple of years, they have all dropped, boom, in this alley in Dallas, Texas. This is why this season is basically called Dallas. The graphic novel portion is it is called Dallas as well, although it is very, very different, and I will do a video describing the differences between the comic book and the show after the show comes out. But they're all dropped here, and it's crazy because they're dropped in the 60s, and again, it's over, I think it's 3 years that they're dropped in. None of them even know that the rest of them are in the same place, so that's interesting. But 5 is the last one to drop, and he drops literally on, you guys, another apocalypse day. He's like, are you kidding me? We did it again. So this is all within the first few minutes of the first season. Don't worry, it's not major spoilers at all. 5 walks out and he sees the end of the world, and he sees his family as part of it, and he sees his family get nuked. They're done. They're gone. And luckily Hazel is there to whisk him away to a safer time. I think it was 10 days before the apocalypse. And he's basically like, all right, I better go find my family and figure out what's going on. We got to get out of here. We got to stop the apocalypse. We got to figure out what's up. So all sorts of stuff is going on. Allison, of course, if you remember, she got her throat slit. Vanya did that, so she can't use her voice. And of course, poor thing, she's thrown back in racist times. So she walks into a cafe, a diner, and they're like, whites only, get out of here. And it's like, oh my gosh, what does she have to deal with? So she kind of gets involved in civil rights, which is super cool. Luther, what else is he gonna do? He ends up getting a job working with someone. I'm not gonna reveal who, because it's really interesting and really cool who that person is. And he ends up basically doing bar fights, like underground fighting. Like he's gonna fight people, and then people bet on it, and then he pretends he's gonna take a fall, and he gets the guy. And so that's what he's kind of up to. Of course, like I said, 5 is just basically searching for everyone. Diego is listen, he knows this is right before the assassination of JFK, and he's just spewing that to anybody who will listen, and he ends up in the mental institution alongside a brand new character, Lila, who I kind of adore. She's crazy and she's fun, and she reminds me of, and gosh, I always forget her name, but from Legion. And it really reminds me of that. Like, she's like off the wall crazy, but she's a really cool and fun badass character too. Who am I missing? Vanya is completely like, her brain does not want to remember what happened. clearly, because it wasn't very good what she did. So she ended the world. It's not a good thing. So she has amnesia. And I think it's her brain that's done it and said, whoa. So she's been picked up by this young farm family, a husband, wife, and a little boy who has autism. But of course, this is the time before they really knew what it was, and he's not talking. And so he's got some issues. So she ends up basically being a farmhand for them. So that's where Vanya is. And then we have Klaus, my favorite Klaus. Guess what he's done? He's like legit created a cult. Big surprise. That's what he's done. He's created a cult and he has all these followers and he's also getting sick of them. He's told them the world is going to end in 2019 because that's Klaus. And of course, Ben is with him as well. Although he will not admit that to others. But Ben is there hanging out with him, and that's what we have going on there. It's also really cool because, of course, their father is still alive. Reginald Hargreaves is still alive in this time period. We maybe see him. We probably see him. We see Pogo, as you guys know from the trailer. Little Pogo, when I saw him, I cried. When Five sees him, his reaction is just, it was like heartbreaking, and I just, all right. So that's a part to look out for. It's just so good. The whole season was great. Like I said, totally different from the comic books because in the comics, they're not all in Dallas, and I'll get into that later. But it's really cool. So there's all sorts of stuff going on. There's things I want to say, but I'm afraid there's spoilers. So we get action. Of course, it's action-packed. There's some gore. There's some moments where I had to look away, but I love me some gore. You guys know that about me. So super, super into that. I mean, it was just a really, really good season. We watched it in 2 days the first time. And then again, I've watched it 3 times now. It's so great. I'm afraid to give you guys any spoilers because listen, I know how I am and I don't want to know any spoilers, but there's some twists, some turns, stuff that you're not going to see coming, even if you've read the comic books. It's fantastic. There's this one guy who has watched them all appear in the alley because he lives near there. And so he's become this crazy, conspiracy theorist guy. And they all just end up you see him going out the window and taking pictures when they all land and stuff. And he's got this whole board of connections and stuff. He's hilarious. He's great. There's some stuff going on with the commission that I do not want to tell you about. Again, I will tell you in my spoiler review. But it's very, very good. It's really good. There's a lot of craziness going on, of course. You see some people really get control of their powers. There's some really cool things that we didn't know some people could do that they end up doing. And I don't want to give any spoilers, but I will just say, seriously, you guys, this is a must watch, a must binge. It is incredible. I almost think it's better than the first season, and I love the first season. Klaus is still my favorite, although Five, who has always been a close second, man, he is real close to becoming my favorite in this one. Luther, whatever. Allison is fantastic in this one. I mean, they're all great. And I love what goes on with the commission. That's a great, great plot line. And I don't know. I guess I can't tell you any more right now, but I just got to say it is absolutely a must watch. It is so great. I love that they're all in one spot, but not really. And they have to try to find each other. And of course, they do discover each other along the way. As you can tell from the trailer, they are all in a room together. But it's so good. And like I said, there's some twists and turns that I didn't see coming that my jaw would drop and I'd be like, what? And I would sit up and it has me so excited for season 3 because there's going to be a season 3. There's for sure going to be a season 3. And I'm excited about it. And the end, there's a cliffhanger. They leave you with a cliffhanger. So get ready to get mad and have to wait who knows how long for a season 3 and come up with all sorts of theories. And I cannot wait to discuss them with you. But like I said, Umbrella Academy season 2 is going to drop on Netflix July 31st, and you guys don't want to miss it. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me all your theories in the comments below. I can't wait to read them and see if you're right or wrong, and or sort of right, or I just can't wait. So you guys give me your predictions for this season. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. You don't want to miss out on videos like this. Plus, I have my spoiler review and my comparison to the comics coming up later this week. You don't want to miss that. Of course, you can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. Bye.